Hello, my name is MARINO-PEREZ and I work at the San Diego Natural History Museum, also known as the NAT. I'm very excited to get to talk with you today because I get to talk to you about museum collections and climate change. You're probably saying, Lauren, neither of those things sound exciting, but I'm hoping by the end of this you will disagree with yourself and you will find them interesting and exciting. So let's get started. Start with museum collections. Museum collections are basically what they sound like, a collection of stuff. Art museums have collections of art. The Banana Museum has a collection of banana-related objects, obviously. Natural history museums collect nature, which, how do you collect nature? Well, a lot of people do. They have shell collections or feather collections, and we collect those things at the NAT too. And we actually have drawers and drawers of plants and animals, different wild organisms, and we call these specimens. Now, specimens, when they're collected, the collector notes the precise location where they were found and the date when the specimen was collected. This is going to be important later. At the NAT, we have some specimens that date all the way back to when we were founded in 1874. So why collect all this stuff? Are we just weird? We collect specimens because at the NAT we're dedicated to understanding the diversity of plant and animal life found in Southern California and Baja California. We want to document all this diversity because basically, you can't understand something if you don't know it exists. And you can't protect something if you don't know it exists. Our collections document the plants and animals of our region. So when we look at large numbers of these wildlife observations, stories begin to develop. For example, if we only ever find desert iguanas in sandy, rocky parts of the desert near bushy plants, this probably means they need this type of environment to survive. When we take these stories and add on a new layer, a layer of climate data, or the history of temperature and rainfall, new stories begin to appear, and we can begin to see how changes in climate may have an impact on where an iguana can live. With this information, we can even predict how that might change in the future if the climate changes. Okay, so I said this is exciting. So you excited yet? No? Okay, that's fine. But here's the exciting part, is that me and you and me, we get to add to these stories. And it's really easy to do so. All we have to do is get outside and make observations of wild plants and animals, and then we can share those with people. And there are multiple ways to share them with people, and I'm going to show you one right now. For wild animals in my yard here. A lot of people forget insects are wild animals. They are. So I'm looking for insects, other tiny things. I'm going to take photos of them and I'm going to upload them to iNaturalist. It's an app and it's also a website. You can use it on your smartphone or a tablet. And I'm going to bring up my phone right now so I can show you what the icon looks like. This is what you want to download. A green bird and a white square. That's the iNaturalist app itself. We also have these handy dandy guides in English and Spanish on the museum's website. These will help you get started downloading the app, set up accounts, things like that. It's just like having an email address. You're setting up your own individual account that you can log into from anywhere. Our website is sdnhm.org and we're under the Citizen Science Resources. So earlier I was looking around here and I found some wildlife. This guy is adorable, but he is not wildlife. He's my pet, he's my dog. His name is Bonus. Hi, say hi, Bonus. So we only want wild plants and animals. People are always tempted to post their pets, but we brought those pets here, so they're not wild. Anything that we've planted in our yard isn't wild. Like, I'm not gonna post, I have some fruit trees and some lavender. I won't post those things, but anything living on those things that I didn't put there is totally fair game. So earlier I was looking around, lifted up this, if you want to get in on it, and there were some slugs. Now I think I scared them away. I did just see, I seriously scared them all away. See a pincher bug. Well, You know what? I did also see a tiny little snail right here. He's so small and cute. If you can zoom in and see that. Oh my goodness, just adorable. So I'm going to make an observation of this snail because it is a wild animal, it's wildlife. So what I will do is I will take my phone and open my camera. I have an iPhone. And I'm gonna get right in on this snail. With really small things, I found if you get, like, if they let you, get kind of right on top of them and then you just slowly kind of pull back a little, you can get it into focus really nicely. I want to make sure I get the shell. It's always good with animals and plants to get a couple different angles. And then I'm gonna get my finger in there so people can see how small this little guy is. Oh, cute. Here we go. Okay. So now that I have those photos in my library, I'm gonna open up the iNaturalist app. I'm going to go down here to make an observation. And I'm gonna choose a photo from my photo library. Here we go. So this was a good one. And I'm gonna hit next. And I wanna actually add some more because that one may be a little blurry now that I see it. And like I mentioned before, it's always good to add a couple different images of whatever you're sharing. Just keeping in mind that the people that are gonna help ID this and that are viewing it on the other side aren't here to see it. So as many images as you can share is always helpful. I haven't done that one yet. So now I'm gonna go here and see if it will suggest something. What did you see? And this little guy is so small that they aren't even noticing it and picking it up, which normally it has a really great AI. The app will suggest something that you see, but I know it's some sort of a snail. So I'm just gonna put snail in there. And snails actually fall under this larger class called gastropods. So I see a picture of a snail there. I'm gonna choose it. It doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong because people on the other end are gonna come through and let me know, which is really, really helpful. So I'm gonna do that and then I'm gonna hit share. And it's gonna pop up to the top. Here it is. You can see right there. It is uploading and it will be here along with all of the other observations I've made. Here I mentioned noting where a specimen was found and the date it was found is important. This is what you're doing when you make an iNaturalist observation, and this is what makes it a valuable contribution to science. At the NAT, scientists take your iNaturalist observations and put them together with all the information documented with the plants and animals in the collections. This allows us to update specimen records and see where different species are found, when they were found, and how this may or may not have changed over time, like our friend the desert iguana. As our world changes, it's essential we understand how plant and animal populations are changing. As our climate changes, this will allow us to be proactive and make predictions about plants and animals that might need our help and locations that may need protection. Thanks for stopping by and joining me today. I hope it was as exciting for you as it was for me.